Hey guys, happy Monday. So, as you guys can see here, I'm on 1.3.4 and I was going to XNA this for timing purposes. But the more I think about this assignment and this part here, guys, there's some skills that you guys haven't done yet, and I think they're actually important. So, I I'm gonna want you guys to make this thing, okay? But so I'm on the PLTW website, and as you guys can see here, there's just not a lot of information, okay, on the website. Why? Because we are supposed to have these in hand. They're very hard to find, and then you guys are supposed to measure out like the holes and what the extrusion is and what the taper is and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and give that to you guys from the old curriculum. But here, you guys, you can see right here that it's got this ruler here, right? And if I come all the way out here and see where that edge is, I can see that that edge comes right about right here, okay? And if I do my math, I count out my sixteenths, okay? You can see right here that that's 8/16, that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 sixteenths, all right? So that's 1 and 13 sixteenths by looking at that ruler. And then the rest of the measurements, guys, it does give us some information. So here you'll see right here, it's talking about a taper. And so I'm going to get some of this information. So this negative 45 degree stuff, I'm going to get some of that information off of this here as I'm scrolling through. But like some of the other measurements, you guys are like, well, where are you getting this from? It's supposed to be a product in hand where you guys are measuring it. But these other pieces where we're trying to find the midpoint of our construction using construction lines. Here it'll do an offset. It'll do a shell. So all of this information, guys, is right here that they're talking about. Again, using a 2-degree taper here, a 2-degree taper there. That's all this information here, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. All right. And this is the part. Okay, so from home, if you guys created an assignment 1.3.4, make sure you're in there. All the other ones don't really, it doesn't really matter. Just go ahead and start. What does matter, make sure that you guys are on an inch file, okay? So we're going to go part. We're going to start. And we want to be on this plane here, this XZ plane right here. Click there. Let's go get our polygon tool. We need 5. It's a pentagon. And we're going to start right here in the center. Okay, we're going to click and drag up. Okay, about like so. Then we're going to go ahead and grab this horizontal constraint, and we're going to constrain the top to the midpoint right there. Okay, then you can see here we still need 1 dimension right here. So let's get that dimension. So we said, yeah, from here to here, which is the wide part right there, we said that that is 1 and 13 sixteenths. Okay, and there we have it. Okay, which is also, we do the math on that, that would be 1.8125. Okay, there it is. Let's go ahead and finish that sketch. We're going to extrude what? Just, whoops, sorry. That's 0.65. Okay, about 1/16 of an inch. And then that taper that it was giving us, guys, was a negative 45. Okay, there you can see that there's that taper in. Let's go ahead and click OK. Now we have to click on this face and do a new sketch. Zoom out a little bit. We're going to project geometry. When you come to this thing, make sure that the whole pentagon is selected here. You guys see that? You can do individual lines. If you watch people, sometimes they'll do that. But guys, this is a lot faster. Just click here. Okay, there that is. That's done. Finish your sketch. We're going to extrude that. Okay, what? To 0.75. Up. Okay, zoom out. And this is supposed to be a 10 degree. Okay, so we're going to type in negative 10. How do we know it's negative 10? Because we want it to go in, not out. Okay, if we wanted it to go outwards, then it would be a positive 10 degrees. Okay, so we'll click OK, and there that part is done. Okay, now we're going to come up here. We're going to grab our plane, and we're going to select an offset plane. Okay, where? Right there. And how far up? We want it to be 1/8 of an inch. So 0.125. Enter. Then we're going to click on this plane and we're going to create a new sketch. Okay, kaboom. All right. The next thing we're going to do is project our geometry, but this is important, guys. So I'm going to select project geometry, but then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to select construction. Okay, you'll see a lot of people that will forget to do this, and then they have to go back. If you watch other people's videos, they'll have to go back and they'll have to deselect all of these lines because they didn't make it a construction. They actually made it part of the part. Okay, so make sure this whole thing is highlighted. Click. Okay, you can see that's not what I want. It's solid, so I'm going to hit Control Z. I'm going to hit that construction line. I'm going to project my geometry. I'm going to click. Now I have a construction line. You can see it's a construction line all the way around. Okay, then we're going to get our lines here, and then we're going to make sure construction is checked. We got to go find the midpoints now. Okay, so there's the midpoint. We're going to take it all the way down. And what we're doing is we're just making sure that the center is what we think it is. Okay, so again, midpoint all the way down. And where all of these lines intersect will be our midpoint. Okay. Make sure you get that green dot. That tells you you are at the center of that midpoint. Boom. We have them all. We have all of our crisscrosses. Now we're ready to make our circle. So come over here, grab your circle. Uncheck the construction because I don't want this to be a construction. Make sure you start right there in the center, which we are, and that is 1.1 is that circle. Okay, perfect. That is even. So we're going to go ahead and finish our sketch. And this is one of the things you guys were supposed to learn, and that is loft. So we're going to loft this thing. Okay, what is it that we're lofting? We're going to loft this circle, and then this is tricky, guys. You have to zoom in kind of here. We're trying to get just this top. There it is. You see how I have the top selected? Oops. It's kind of tricky. That top. Select it and then click OK. And you can see that it lofted from the top to the bottom here. Okay. And they kind of combined each other together. Got that? Now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to turn off this work plane. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to visibility and turn that off. Okay. Now we're going to do some fillets. And the fillet all the way around is 0.2. And that's here, here, here. Then you guys can spin around here and here. Click OK. Go back home. There it is. All right, so far so good, yeah? Okay. The next thing is we're going to select this face. We're going to do a new sketch. We're going to project that geometry. And then we're going to extrude this up, and that's going to be just 0.5 up. And the degree taper is going to be a -2. Okay, a -2 degree taper right there. Okay, so now the bottom here. I'm going to shell this, guys, but we're not actually going to complete the shell. I just want you guys to see what shell does. Okay, and we'll shell it at the end. Okay, but I want you guys to do this with me. The thickness is going to be 0.06, and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to select it. Okay. And then if I zoom in here and give you guys an angle, you can see this is what they do to cut away material, to hollow it out, so that way we're not using so much material, but yet hopefully keeping the structure integrity intact. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and cancel so you guys can kind of see what this looks like right now. Let's go ahead and hit cancel. And then what we're going to do is we're going to select this face. We're going to do a new sketch. Okay, we're going to project geometry. Now this is tricky, okay? Make sure that when you come, guys, you're trying to find the whole thing when it's highlighted. Okay, boom, like that, okay? Not all those individual lines. When the whole thing is highlighted, click, boom. Or you could go around and click each outside line. Okay, I think this is a lot easier. Go ahead and finish your sketch. I'm going to zoom this in. I'm going to extrude this, and that extrusion is going to be, I believe that one is 0.0625. And we're going to taper that at a 3-degree angle. Okay. Boom. Okay. And now you can see we've got that piece done. All right, so we're moving here. Okay. Now we're ready to do the top half. So we're going to click on this face here. We're going to do a new sketch. We're going to do a circle. We're going to do it right here in the center. Click and drag. That's going to be 0.25. Enter. Finish your sketch. Now we're not making a hole, guys, because we need to taper this hole. Okay, so we're going to use the extrude. We're going to have it go the opposite direction. And normally we would just type in a value, but I want you guys to see this, okay? So I can grab this arrow and I can bring it all the way down. So that way you can kind of see how far down you're going, okay? But it's not real easy to get exact, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and go down, and that number is going to be 1.325, okay? Then we have to add a taper to this. And again, we want it inward, not outward. So that's going to be a -2. Okay, and watch what happens. All right, you see how that line, you see how it tapers inward? And the reason why it does that is so that way anything that you put down in the hole will hold on to it and it won't just slide out nice and easy. Okay, it'll hold on to it. So click OK. And there we have it. Okay. Now we are going to select, oh, I forgot about a fillet here. We got to do a fillet. And this is going to be 0.0325. And we're going to do that fillet right on there. Okay, there's that fillet. There we go. And now we're going to do a new sketch on the top here. And I'm going to get a circle. And I want a construction circle here. Okay, so I'm going to grab that. Make sure you start in the center. Bring that up. And that's going to be 0.688. Enter. And I'm going to use that line. I'm going to uncheck construction, circle again, and I'm going to use that to make sure that I am constrained, okay? And that's going to be 0.125. Enter, finish, and I'm going to make an extrusion, and that is going to go down 0.5, and again, it's going to be at a -2-degree angle. Okay. Oops, wrong way. Go down. There we go. Whoops. Click OK. That one's done. Now we're going to use our circular pattern. We're going to select that feature. Okay. Right, because it's asking me what feature. So this feature. Then we're going to select the axis. What axis? That axis. How many? We need 5 of them. We're going to click OK. And last but not least, guys, is the shell. All right. So then we're going to go up to shell. Still, it's already has the 0.06 shell. Come over here and click. And now you can see that it's shelled. And now you guys can see that it shelled everything but the existing hole. So that way the holes still have structure. Okay, so they will hold the tools. But we hollowed it out enough to hopefully cut down on the cost of our material without doing anything to the structural integrity of this part. Okay, there it is, guys. That's the video. Give it a save, save that for me, and then you guys will be showing this to me. I haven't decided how I'm going to have you guys turn it in, if I just have you guys put it up on your screen and show it to me. But this is what I would like you guys to do. There's too many skills. I try to bypass it, but it's not a great idea. All right, man. I will see you on the rebound, guys. See you guys Tuesday. Peace out.